Welcome to Next Week Now. I'm fake news anchor and real life picker, grinner, lover, sinner, joker, smoker, midnight toker, Keegan Zipper. But I'm no joker when it comes to points that have yet to be linked to radioactive grade heroin. So get off my back about it, all right? This is What We Missed, the part of the show where I cover topics we failed to predict while adjusting our points for the predictions we did make. It's Valentine's in the house tonight, and also everywhere else, I suppose. Be sure to get your Amber Alerts ready. Resident sex pervert Davis Grant is here tonight, despite my protests. Before we release him from captivity, however, let's get started with what we missed. El Chapo, notorious drug lord and cartel leader born either on Christmas of 1954 or April 4th, 1957, no one quite knows, was arrested and convicted. Ted Cruz believes the best plan of action is to use the drug money collected from El Chapo to build the wall. But if we were to just take all the money from men who commit immoral acts against humanity, then what would become of Amazon? Speaking of Amazon, the plans to build a new Amazon headquarters in Queens was revoked today in the most drastic version of take backsies. A spokesperson for Amazon said a number of state and local officials made it clear they opposed the construction of what might be called a dragon's lair, often used to hoard treasure and torture locals. Not all are happy with this announcement. Julie Samuels, CEO of Tech NYC, says there is no guarantee New York will maintain its status as a technological hub. Perhaps she has yet to visit Times Square. A 1,000-pound tiger was found in a house in Houston after two pals tried to use the abandoned house to smoke weed.
H-Town.
Officials are saying the tiger's weight is most likely due to the hundreds of half-eaten Frosted Flakes boxes, with multiple officers also citing what they call doobies everywhere. The tiger was also found with many packages of meat, meaning it probably had a late-night Walmart run. As to why it wasn't caught then, I'll have you know that I've yet to see a Walmart clerk that looked me in the eyes since 2005. Mitch McConnell, the United States' most prominent turtle man, said that he will put the Green New Deal joint proposed by Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Senator Ed Markey to a vote in the Senate. The believed goal behind this putting it to a vote is to make it a prominent polarizing topic coming into the 2020 elections. However, the real reason behind it is because Mitch McConnell's teeny tiny turtle eyes don't open wide enough to see properly and was purely all by accident. The Claremont serial killer faced his pre-trial where prosecutors argued that to truly understand his mindset, the judge, Supreme Court Justice Stephen Hall, must watch a hardcore pornography video accessed by the killer. The video, titled Fourth Entry, and is reportedly so graphic that, according to prosecution, there is no description that they could give that could adequately reflect what was in the material. Here to challenge that statement is resident porn lover Danison Consoldane. Woo! She'll use only 5 words to describe this video.
Made me super horny. Yo.
Thank you, Danny. We end tonight with 5,164 points. Well, we ended last week with 5,164 points because Austin Zesson finally smacked some sense into me and gave me a thorough lesson on how to ignore all my journalistic integrity and lie my ass off. We announced that there would be a ban. Ooh, excuse me. We announced that there would be a ban on crime in Chicago, and while I am not willing to lie enough to say that Chicago took like 3 seconds out of their day to just not commit crimes, technically, crime was still banned the whole time, as is the nature of crime. So we'll add 60 points, or how many people were killed in the first 2 months in Chicago in 2018. Yeah, that's real. That's a real fact. We predicted last season that there would be a new dating app for fat bears, and while I mentioned Grindr and Scruff already being enough of an issue, someone made one for actual animals. The app Tutter, that's the real name, has raised £3 million from investors. Unfortunately, I don't speak European, so who knows how much that money is. Let's give ourselves 3,000 points, or about how much I think the equivalent rate probably is. We end tonight with 8,224 points, which is enough to restart trickle-down economics. This has been What We Missed, and now for our Valentine's Day special bumper.